What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dylan Matthews. This is the inaugural episode of the Hometown Take podcast, hosted by yours truly. Now, a little bit about this podcast, why I started it. I started this podcast because I just want to let you guys know about the passion I have for all my hometown teams, the Braves, Atlanta United, the Falcons, UGA, Georgia Tech. Let me tell you, I'm such a homer. I root for UGA and Georgia Tech. Can't nobody tell me there's a bigger homer than me. I root for UGA and Georgia Tech. I don't care about the rivalry that they have. I'm rooting for both. I want both teams to flourish. I want both teams to eat. I want both teams to win championships. They can go back and forth for all I care. Georgia win it one year, Georgia Tech the next year. Now, obviously, that'll be crazy if that would happen. Not impossible, but that would be crazy if that ever happened. But I'm a homer, man. I'm a huge, huge homer in the fullest and heaviest type of way. So I just want all my Georgia teams to eat. So I'm going to bring you, in this podcast, I'm going to bring you my fandom for all the local teams, all the Georgia teams. And I'm just going to give you that passion. But while I'm giving you that passion won't always be good. That passion won't always be positive. It won't always be me praising the hometown team. I'm going to tell you when I'm disappointed in the Falcons, the Braves, the United, Georgia State, Georgia Tech, UGA, whoever it may be. They make me mad. If they do something I don't like, I'm going to let you know about it, gosh darn it. I know nobody's perfect. I know teams aren't going to be perfect. I know they're going to have dry spells. I know they're going to have years like the Hawks are having this year. I get it. Everybody has to rebuild. You have your ebbs and flows throughout the years, throughout the seasons. I get it. I understand that. So I'm going to be fair, but I'm going to be fair when it comes to both sides. When I'm disappointed, I'm going to be disappointed. And I'm going to let y'all know I'm disappointed. It's not going to be, oh, well, they're my hometown team. They're so great. They're so this, they're so that. Nah, it's not all going to be lovey-dovey around here all the time when it comes to my teams, man. If I have to go full Stephen A. Smith and say, oh, I'm having a very bad day, I'm going to say it. I'm just going to put it all out there. I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve in this podcast, man. So that's the mission, to bring you my passion and my fandom for my hometown Georgia teams. And it's going to be a journey, man. We're going to have a good time on here, the inaugural episode of the Hometown Take podcast. So before I'm going to talk some Braves and I'm going to talk some Hawks in this opening episode. But before I do that, I'm going to let you know a little bit about me. You can't just go on a first date and, get to kissing right away, to say the least. You got to get to know the person. You got to, become friends with the person. Before you trust somebody, you want to be their friend. You want to be comfortable with them. So I'm going to get you guys a little comfy with me, tell you a little bit about me. I'm 23 years old. Birthday just passed not too long ago, March 17th, St. Patty's Day baby over here. Don't know if that makes me any more lucky, but I would say I've had a very lucky and blessed life. Anyways, 23 years old, born March 17th, 1996. Born and raised in Georgia, as you can tell. Hence the name Hometown Take Podcast. Going to talk all local Georgia teams. If there's some national news, I'll throw that in there too. Won't leave that out, but mostly we're going to be talking local. And also, I'm going to put this out there. I always want to hear from you guys. So like, subscribe, on the YouTube channel. Put it over Instagram. Give me some likes. When I put it over Twitter, give me some likes, man. Give me some comments. Let me know what you think. If I make a mistake, you can call it out. I won't be offended. I know some people get a little butthurt, when you correct them about a stat or anything like, no, correct me, man. I'm always willing to learn. Always want more knowledge. And I know I don't know everything. I will never, ever, ever claim to know everything. So, just give me some comments. If you want me to talk about a certain thing, just shoot it in the comments. Let me know, man. Send me a DM. I'm at D_Matt96 on Twitter, at Dylan Matthews 12 on, rewind that. I'm at Dylan Matthews 12 on Twitter and at D_Matt96 on Instagram. Give me a follow. Tweet at me. And yeah, just comment below. I want this to be interactive. So if anything I say in here makes you happy and you agree, let me know. If you disagree and you're mad at me, you can let me know that too. It's all good. Won't be offended. But anyways, a little bit more about me. Graduated from the University of West Georgia. Go Wolves. Majored in mass communications, concentration in digital telecommunications. Oh, I just screwed that all the way up. Again, let's reverse. Ricka. Majored in mass communications, concentration in digital media and telecommunications. There we go. We got that out. We're still rolling here. Like I said, not going to be perfect. This is a journey. Only episode 1. Film studies minor. Love to watch movies. Love to break movies down and go into the deeper meaning of movies. I feel like there's always an underlying theme when it comes to most movies. Can't say all because there's some dumb movies out there. Some real dumb, basic movies out there. But I feel like most movies have an underlying theme to them that we just have to find and dig deep into. And doing that is just interesting. Like talking about the deeper meaning of a movie and what that shot meant and what that camera angle meant. That's interesting to me, man. But sports is my passion, my first love. Love the game of basketball. If anybody wants me to take their ankles real quick, and I will take ankles out there, man. I'm a little slippery, got some moves, got some handles. Handles aren't the greatest. I'm not an NBA player. I'm not Kyrie. I'm not Steph, but I can get by you. I'm about 6'2.5", 6'3", so I got some height on me too. Can jump a little bit, not like I used to. I actually used to be able to dunk, but those days are over. Gotta get back in the gym. Gotta get back right. So gotta get these gains back. But been grinding. Between Sports Radio 92.9 The Game and the Braves. Gets a little hard out there sometimes. Not gonna let you guys. It worked out in a minute, but you gotta make time for those things. So I'm just trying to adjust to it all. I would say I don't have a routine every day. Hours switch up every day, so it's an adjustment. You gotta make time for certain things, and haven't done the greatest job at making time to work out, but I'll get back into it. Some more things about me. I'm very chill, laid back guy, but super duper competitive. Like you play me in anything, I'm trying to win. I'm talking trash. I'm talking smack. If we playing basketball, hitting a 3 in your face, I'm like, hey bro, I'm spraying you right now. I'm hitting you with I'm unguardable. I'm unguardable. You got to believe you're unguardable, man. If you think anybody can lock you up, then anybody will lock you up. Nobody can guard me. Point blank, period. Nobody can guard me. So, like I said, if you want me to come take your ankles, I'll come take your ankles. You guys ain't nothing but a word. Just shoot me a comment. I got you. I'll pull up. But super competitive. In anything, I'm trying to win. Hate to lose. I'm not a sore loser though. If you play a good game, you win fair and square. I'll shake your hand at the end of the day. Also, I try to be funny a lot of the times, but I feel like most people don't laugh at my jokes. So there are gonna be times on here where I try to be funny, and I might not be funny. Hopefully, that's never. Gonna have some guests on here too. Gonna line up some guests. I don't want you guys to get bored with little old me all the time, even though I'm big, exciting as I can. You got to switch up the tempo every once in a while. You feel me? Got to switch it up. But yeah, it's gonna be a great journey. We're going to have some good times here on the Hometown Take podcast. We're going to have some serious times too. We're going to have some serious moments where I'm not going to be very happy. There are going to be times where I am very happy. We're going to have some highs and lows, some hills and valleys. This is going to be fun, though. We're going to have fun. I'm always going to keep it upbeat for the most part, unless there's something really serious that needs to be talked about. Or, again, if I'm having a really bad day. But most of the time, we're going to keep it fun. But let's go ahead and get into what's really been irking me lately. And I just can't get this off of my mind. What the Atlanta Braves did not do this offseason. Opening day is today. By the time you guys hear this, opening day will be today. And the Braves going into this 2019 offseason, 2018-2019 offseason, I should say, I had so much hope for the Braves. I thought they were going to do the necessary things to take the next step to get them over the hump, to get them from just winning NL East titles, maybe getting to the NLCS, to contending for a World Series on a regular basis. I am highly disappointed in the Braves. Our offense was fine. Do I like the Josh Donaldson move? Of course. When you get an MVP caliber player, you're always going to be happy with that move. But the offense was fine. We have Freddie Freeman. We have the Rookie of the Year in Ronald Acuna Jr. We have Ozzie Albies, who's going to get better. We have Dansby Swanson, who looks like he has recovered from that wrist injury. Hit 2 home runs the last 2 spring training games. Our offense was good. Hopefully we get the same production from Nick Markakis, but the offense was fine. We needed to address the pitching. What did we not do this offseason? Address the pitching. Our bullpen still needs work. Yes, our starters were good, but we could have used a frontline starter. Folty can be that guy, but it's not bad to have 2 or 3 guys. Back in the day, we had 3 guys. We had 3 frontline starters. You remember them. Tom Glavine, Greg Maddux, John Smoltz. We had those 3 starters. We had those 3 guys. We had that surefire rotation. And what did we get out of it? A World Series. We got more than 1 World Series appearance. Probably should have had more than 1 World Series, but we at least got a World Series. Pitching still wins championships in Major League Baseball. Yes, the NFL is evolving where if you have a high-powered enough offense that you could compete and win a Super Bowl. Defense usually still wins it. Just ask the Broncos in Super Bowl 50 against Cam Newton and those Carolina Panthers who had a pretty good offense. In the NBA, the NBA is evolving. You can score 130 points a game. You can be, the Warriors. You can make that case. Okay, I'll give you that. But in Major League Baseball, pitching wins you rings. Pitching gets you rings. Pitching doesn't get you division titles, doesn't get you pennants. It gets you world championship rings. Offense just gets you a division championship. Offense, potent enough, could even maybe get you a pennant. But pitching and a surefire bullpen, that's what makes a dynasty. That's what gets you a championship ring. The Braves needed to address those things this offseason. Did we? No. Highly disappointed. When you have a Dallas Keuchel out there on the market, when you have a Craig Kimbrell out there on the market, yes, I know that we could still go get those guys. But have we? No. Opening day is today. At 3:05, the Braves will start their regular season against the Phillies. Sure, we can make some trade deadline moves. And I believe we will make some trade deadline moves. But I'm not going to hold my breath because I was hoping that we would make some better moves than we did this offseason, and we didn't. And honestly, okay, so on this podcast, I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it a buck with you guys. And to keep it 100 and to keep it a buck right now, Liberty Media was cheap. I don't think they let Alex Anthopoulos spend the money that he wanted to spend. Yes, there's an article out there that Alex was saying that, he had been through the win the offseason PR, HR move or whatever, and that he learned his lesson from that. Okay, I get that. You don't always just want to go spend money to just be spending money. You want to make the right investment. You want to make the right choices, the right signings. Okay, I get that. Some of that was GM speak, though. That's how they say coach speak. Some of that was GM speak. I believe it comes down to Liberty Media not caring enough, not being invested enough in the Atlanta Braves to where they let Alex Anthopoulos do what he needs to do. Just look at the Phillies. You heard them. They're going to spend stupid money. They said it and they did it. And I know what you guys are thinking. You're probably just saying that the Phillies are right now favored in your eyes to win the NL East because of Bryce Harper and JT Realmuto and blah, blah, blah. No. I feel like a lot of people haven't been making the point that Bryce Harper has been in our division. Bryce Harper was in our division last year. Been in our division before. To be honest, Bryce Harper really doesn't scare me. He's been in our division. We've been had to deal with Bryce Harper. I'm not worried about Bryce Harper. I'm not worried about JT Realmuto. Yes, okay, they're a concern. They're a thing. I get it. But it's the pitching combined with Bryce Harper, Juan Segura, and JT Realmuto on the Phillies that has me really worried, that has me really sweating, because our offense is good enough to keep up with any offense. But the Phillies adding a surefire, reliable reliever and David Robertson from the Yankees, 3.23 ERA in 69 games with the Pinstripes last year. 91 strikeouts to 26 walks. Reliable reliever that the Phillies added to shore up the bullpen. James Pezos, 2.88 ERA in 60 games with Seattle last year. 45 strikeouts, 15 walks. Juan Nicasio, I'm pretty sure I said his name wrong, but like I said, nobody's perfect. But that's besides the point. Last year, had a 6 ERA, but 53 strikeouts to 5 walks. And in 2017, a 2.61 ERA. He's going to be looking to bounce back. And to me, those were the most important moves for the Phillies. Yes, you got Bryce Harper. Great. Yes, you got JT Realmuto. Great. Yes, you got Juan Segura. Great. But now, on top of Aaron Nola, Jake Arrieta, and the rest of that rotation, with a bullpen that has David Robertson, James Pezos, and Juan Nicasio, not only do they have a potent, or what on paper seems to be a potent offense, we haven't seen anything yet. They haven't really laced them up yet for real, but we'll find that out later on today. My point is, though, they added arms. They addressed more than one need. I guess you could say we needed a third baseman, but really Camargo was fine. Yes, you upgraded if Donaldson stays healthy, but you did nothing. And when I say you, I'm talking about the Braves. The Braves did nothing to really address the bullpen, to really address the rotation. Right now, the Braves have a lot of question marks on their pitching staff. They have a lot of question marks. Julio Teheran, our opening day starter, a question mark, inconsistent. Don't know which Julio we're going to get. Could get a really good Julio, could get a mediocre Julio, could get a bad Julio. Really, there is no in between, actually. So take out the mediocre. We're either going to get a good Julio or we're going to get a bad Julio. I haven't seen much in between from him. So our opening day starter is one question mark. The next question mark is who would have been our opening day starter if he wasn't hurt. Mike Foltynewicz, old Folty. Is it interesting to anybody else that he came in, did the one spring training stint, 2 innings, went out because of the elbow soreness, just told the staff and manager Brian Snitker that, he was being proactive and he was just stopping, and was stopping because he didn't want it to become anything else, didn't want it to become anything serious. And haven't seen him again since, and he's not the opening day starter. Obviously, it was something more than what we expected or what we thought it was. Maybe it was more than something than Folty expected it to be. We really haven't got an update on Folty, though, besides that he's not going to be the opening day starter. How long is Folty going to be out? Is this really a minor injury? Is he going to miss another start? How many starts is Folty going to miss? Question marks. Mike Foltynewicz, a question mark. His health, not his game. Mike Foltynewicz can pitch. He can be in the show. When he's here, he's our guy. But right now, his health, a question mark. Our young pitchers, question marks. Simply because we don't know what they're going to turn into. We don't know what they're going to be. After last year, we all thought Touki Toussaint was going to be a part of this rotation, hands down. Had a Brad Spring, so can't blame Snitker for not putting him in the rotation or in the bullpen right away. Point being is that he was a question mark. He still is a question mark. Kyle Wright, Bryce Wilson, both look good during spring training, but we'll see what happens when the real games start, the games that matter start, the games that go on your record start. Don't know where they're going to be. They could be great. They could go out there and become rookie phenoms. That's what I'm hoping for, but they also could get rattled. The moment could be too big for them. Then they get sent down and lose some confidence. Question marks. Sean Newcomb, supposed to be the guy behind Folty. Right now, he's a question mark. So just a lot of question marks on the Braves right now. The bullpen, question marked. Yes, we got Minter. Vizcaino is inconsistent. Okay, we got Darren O'Day. We'll see what he becomes, but he's coming off an injury. Question mark. Just too many question marks for me to believe that the Braves are going to win the NL East this year. Again, I'm keeping it 100 with you guys. I don't see it right now. And as a Braves fan, as a diehard Braves fan, I want to see it right now, but I don't. It's going to be interesting to see, though. Like I said, Phillies added David Robertson, James Pazos, Juan Nicasio. We brought up some young guys from the farm system, which is great. I mean, I want our young players to flourish, but it would have been nice to get a Dallas Keuchel or Craig Kimbrell. Get some reliable relievers, some established relievers. But I guess that's too much to ask for Liberty Media. Even the Nationals go out and get Patrick Corbin, 11-7 from Arizona. 3.15 ERA, 246 strikeouts to 48 walks. Anibal Sanchez from the Braves, 7-6 with us last year. 2.83 ERA, 135 strikeouts to 42 walks. He was solid. If you guys remember, Anibal Sanchez was solid last year. He got hurt, so he missed some starts, but he was solid last year. Tony Sipp, 1.86 ERA, 54 games last year, 42 strikeouts, 13 walks. Trevor Rosenthal coming off a Tommy John surgery last year, had a 3.40 ERA in 50 games in 2017, 76 walks to 20 strikeouts. That's why I say the Nationals aren't close behind the Braves. The only reason I really put the Braves ahead of the Nationals is because our offense. Only reason, but going back to the point that offense will not win you championships. It can get you division titles and might even get you to the NLCS, but it's not going to win you a World Series. A World Series comes from pitching. Pitching will get you a division title. Pitching will get you a pennant, and pitching will get you a World Series ring. Having reliable starting pitching and reliable bullpen work. So I'm very disappointed in the Braves. Wish they would have done more. Hope they do more when the trade deadline comes around, because don't see them making any more moves right about now. But it all gets started 3:05 today as they go to the city of brotherly love to take on the new look Phillies with Bryce Harper. Now I want to jump into some Hawks talk. And I know Hawks fans. I know we want Trae Young to win Rookie of the Year. We think he's deserving, which he is. He is deserving of Rookie of the Year. But you know what? This is partially a popularity contest, and Luka got popular faster. He made his splash earlier than Trae Young did. He's got some sexier stats. Luka Doncic, 7 triple-doubles. Tied for third with Magic for most by a rookie. Oscar Robertson has 26. Ben Simmons has 12. Then it's Luka Doncic and Magic Johnson. Luka's in some pretty good company. Trae Young in some good company as well when it comes to stats. The other night when the Hawks defeated the New Orleans Pelicans, Trae Young put up 33 points and 12 assists. And that was his 6th 30-point, 10 assist game. And that is now second most behind Oscar Robertson and in front of Steph Curry and Michael Jordan, who both respectively had 5 30-10 games as a rookie in their rookie seasons. But just to be honest, the fans love the triple-doubles more. The media love the triple-doubles more. Luka just made a splash earlier, has stayed consistent with it. And as much as I hate to say it, I don't think Trae Young's going to win Rookie of the Year. It's great that he had Donovan Mitchell, Blake Griffin, and Kyle Kuzma on Twitter vouching for him, saying I second that and I third that. But I think it's honestly too little too late, Hawks fans. But you know what, though? I don't have all bad news for you guys right now. Like I said, peaks and valleys, highs and lows. Even though Luka is going to get this Rookie of the Year this year, down the road, I think Trae's going to be more successful. I think he's going to win more games, win more titles. Yes, titles, plural. I think that Trae Young's career, at the end of the day, when they're both all said and done, when their careers are done, I think the Hawks will see that they made the right decision. And I think everybody will see that the Hawks didn't get the short end of the stick, that we made the right move. Let me throw this at you real quick. Yes, Kristaps Porzingis is a unicorn, a freak, magical, whatever you want to say. Him and Luka could be the next Steve Nash, Dirk Nowitzki combination, but we got to see it first. Right now, we are seeing the Trae Young and John Collins combination, and it's something to watch. It's beautiful. Those alley-oops, those nice passes that Trae Young makes to John Collins and to really the rest of his teammates. But this is what I wanted to throw at you real quick. Year 1 for John Collins. 10 points, 7 rebounds a game. Now we're in year 2, 19 points, basically 10 rebounds a game. 9.7 if you want to get technical. Basically 10. Come on now. Why did we learn to round up in math if we don't round up? Point being that I think Trae Young and John Collins are going to be more successful at the end of the day. I think they're going to win more championships, plural again with an S, championships at the end of the day than Luka and Kristaps. I think they have a higher ceiling. Trae Young, unlimited range, shifty, can make moves, great vision. Luka has that stuff too. Luka has those qualities too. But John Collins can bully you in the paint, get those rebounds, can shoot outside 3. And I mean, I guess Kristaps has a little bit of that too. But Kristaps not going to outmuscle you. John Collins can outmuscle you now. Kristaps is kind of skinny. John Collins ain't no punk in the paint. I just believe that Trae Young and John Collins have a higher ceiling than Luka and Kristaps. So I'm ready. Hawks fans, I am ready, and I hope you're ready too, because buckle up. The Hawks are going to be a lot better, a lot sooner than we think. if, and it's a big, big if the Hawks get these draft picks right, and hopefully we keep Dallas's pick. It is lottery protected, so if the Mavericks get in the lottery, get a lottery pick, then they will get their draft pick back. But with our pick, if we get it right, and I'm only emphasizing if so much because we are the same team that drafted Marvin Williams instead of Chris Paul. Yep. Yeah, if you never knew that, the Hawks could have had Chris Paul, but we drafted Marvin Williams. We know how that worked out. Still can't get over that. Anyways, if the Hawks get this pick right, the Hawks could be a lot more relevant, a lot quicker than you think. To be honest with you, to keep it a buck, to keep it 100, keep it 100, the Hawks can make the playoffs next year if they get these draft picks right. And I haven't even mentioned Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter is a baller too. Got to look out for him. Taurean Prince, pretty good too. Solid player. The Hawks get these draft picks right like they did last year. Man. Buckle up, Hawks fans. We're going to be in for a ride, and I can't wait for it. But we'll see what happens, though. Hopefully we don't pull please, Hawks, do not pull a Marvin Williams and Chris Paul stunt again. Goodness gracious, that haunts me still. So, to recap it all, Braves have disappointed me, but I'll stay optimistic. I'll keep on hoping that we have a great season like we did last year and we add upon it. The pitching in the bullpen scares me, especially with our injuries to Mike Foltynewicz and Kevin Gausman. Oh, it's stressing me out, especially with the Phillies and Nationals adding some reliable relievers that the Braves needed. And the Nationals also got a frontline starter in Patrick Corbin, which the Braves needed, but we did not get, even though he was out there and is still out there. We'll see what happens. Listen, guys, it's going to be a great journey here on the Hometown Take podcast. Again, Dylan Matthews here with you. Share me your thoughts. Give me your comments. I want to hear about them. Comment, like, subscribe on the YouTube channel. Shoot me a like on Instagram. Follow me. I'll follow you back. Tweet me at Dylan Matthews12 on Twitter. Follow me at D_Matt96 on Instagram. We're going to have some fun on this show. Like I said, I'll line up some guests. It's going to be a great time. So thank you guys for listening to the inaugural episode of the Hometown Take podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you come back and listen. And for right now, your boy is out. We'll talk to you soon.